What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news once again concerning Andy, the Destroyer, Snickers Ruiz. Get this. Andy Ruiz makes an Anthony Joshua Zhilei Zhang fight prediction. And he says, quote, "I think Zhang can beat Joshua for sure." That's all he had to say. Let me counterpunch. There's not really much to say, okay? But understand what's going on with Andy right now. Andy's angry. Andy is hopefully getting a reality check, okay? Andy is realizing, or he should be realizing, that the fights or the money that he's asking for, you know, the bargaining chips that he feels or he thinks he has, he doesn't have. Okay, he's not what he thinks he is, and I think that's setting in, you know. But just going up and doing squats and on the treadmill and in the gym and making videos are not going to do it for you, Andy. And saying all that to say this about Joshua and Zhang, what does that have to do with it? Okay, let me connect it. Okay, Anthony Joshua has options. You know, he can fight another bum. He can fight another tune-up. You know, he has the Wilder fight that can be made, people. It can. It just more than likely won't be made in Saudi Arabia. And I think both fighters realistically are wanting that fight in Saudi Arabia for all the marbles, because they want that Usyk of Joshua. They want that Usyk Fury money, and they want that Joshua Ruiz money. They want that type of money, okay, to get and to be where they want. You know, and that's what they want. And Andy, I think, is bitter because he's being turned down by Anthony Joshua. Okay, since he's being turned down by Anthony Joshua, don't expect Andy Ruiz to say anything positive about Anthony Joshua at all. Don't look for that to be the case. Don't look for Andy Ruiz to say anything in regards to Anthony Joshua on the up and up. Because he's angry, he's mad, he's getting a little bitter, you know. And I think, you know, and if you're Andy, you have to realistically look, well, I won one and he won one, but then you're not the cash cow, and you never were. You was the guy that was selected due to the fact that another guy was cheating, due to the fact that another guy wasn't ready, due to the fact that another guy turned it down. So you were like the fourth or fifth option, okay? And then you shocked the world, but then you couldn't hold up your bargain. Now, if he would have beat Anthony Joshua a second time, Anthony Joshua's stock would have dropped tremendously, while Andy's would have rose, and then Andy would have possibly got a fight with Deontay Wilder since he was the WBC champion. Al Heyman would have made that happen. That would have been a big spectacle, because by that time, if he would have stopped AJ again, all those Mexican fans that flocked on the bandwagon after he dropped and stopped Anthony Joshua would still be there, and they would be multiplying by the abundance. But that didn't happen, okay? None of that happened. He got beat. He came in fat. We all know the story, okay? And he didn't win. And I think Andy is realizing that, hey, these fighters don't think that I'm worth a shit. And it's not the fact that Andy's not worth a shit. He's just not what he thinks he is, you know, because you have to earn, or you have to keep a certain status quo in the boxing world, okay? And people have very short memories when it comes to boxing. See, the things that Andy does, I mean, I think he'll probably go to sleep and dream about, other than food or whatever. He dreams that he was whooping on Joshua. He probably had a dream, like he said, he had a dream that he whooped Deontay Wilder. But at the end of the day, people, at the very end of the day, those are all dreams until you put them in the reality, or put yourself into a position for that to become reality. Okay? So back to Zhang and Joshua. It has nothing to do with Zhang or Joshua in the prediction whatsoever. He just thinks, oh, I think Zhang beats him for sure, because, see, he looks at himself in Zhang because Zhang did something that he did, but on a larger scale. He upset the guy that was undefeated, the guy that was known as the juggernaut, the guy that was known as with the granite chin. That particular guy, he did that, and so did Andy. So Andy probably saw a little bit of Zhang in himself. on top of, Joshua's turning down the idea of a trilogy fight, and that's pissing him off because now he's just left without an opponent. So he's been sitting around all year, playing with Deontay, and I think Deontay's been playing with him back. Okay. But nonetheless, I don't think this is really a prediction. I think this is a judgment based on rejection, and the rejection is allowing resentment from Andy, the Destroyer, Ruiz. But anyway, you guys tell me what you think of the prediction of Ruiz for Joshua and Zhang. Of course, please subscribe, and you guys been Counterpunch. Peace!